Hello, Greg from Balloon Market here, and welcome to BMTV. And as you can see, we are joined once again by Chris Horne from Amscan. Chris, hello.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you very much. You?
I'm very well, thank you.
Good.
All right. So, I'm not going to say how's things because I'm sure things are fine and busy.
Things are fine. Things are busy. Yeah, it's all good. It's
so
very exciting.
Let's get straight to it.
All right.
What are you going to do?
Right. So I want to use the 14-inch reflex hearts.
Oh, okay.
Because I think they're absolutely lovely.
Yep.
And it'd be just nice to put together a very, very simple design with just a few little trimmings to uplift it slightly.
Okay.
So I'm going to use the glitter tulle that you have.
Yes.
Which I think is really nice, but it is going to mean that I'm going to be sparkly for the rest of the day.
I'm going to step over here.
I would if I were you, because it does tend to.
It's always great. You get it on your face.
I know. Never mind. And I'm also going to use the diamond mesh because I absolutely love this stuff.
Yes.
It's so impressive because it really does look like diamante, but there's nothing in there.
Yeah.
So anyway, but yeah, a little bit of that, very small amount of that.
It's very versatile as well because you can have long, thin pieces.
Exactly.
You can have square pieces. You can have.
We used a lot of this actually for my my son and daughter-in-law's wedding 4 years ago. Loads of it, yes, because we just chopped it up and it went in all the centerpieces and it went. We used paper pennant banners, but we stuck little tiny pieces of this on every one of it, and it really looked very, very rich. But it's such simple stuff. So yeah, I'm going to use that as well. 14-inch reflex hearts. I'm going to use the little 5-inch silver reflex with the stars print because it's also very pretty, and some 5-inch reflex there as well. This is the fuchsia colour, which I have to confess, and I will freely admit that when it was launched by Centrepiece, I really wasn't that convinced. I thought it was a bit too close to the pink, and I couldn't see that it was going to be that impressive. And how wrong was I? Because it is beautifully rich colour. It just really works. So I'm quite happy to admit that I was completely wrong on that front.
If you got something, there's something.
Yes, I have. Yes, there is.
I thought it was just.
That's my weight.
All right.
So I want a very small, discrete weight. You can use a standard weight or a water weight or a sand weight or anything like that.
So what is it?
That's actually
heavy.
That's a fishing weight.
Oh, okay.
But, a big glass marble or a small rock or anything will do, and then just hide it inside a 5-inch balloon, and it disappears. So it looks, it's good. Now, I'm going to make the base first. So it's your sort of standard base of cluster of 4, 2-layered cluster of 4. I think we'll go 5 inches on the lower level, which will be the fuchsia. So one of the nice things about reflexes is it's extremely stretchy.
That looks so different when you inflate it,
doesn't it?
Yeah, I wasn't expecting that.
Pretty.
Yeah, that is nice.
And because it's reflex, it's really stretchy. So although it's a 5-inch balloon, it will actually go near a 6.
Yeah.
So you can get a good 5-inch shape with that. So I'm just going to make 4 of these.
Can I just say, you took me back to the 1980s there when you were doing this. I just imagine going in a record shop. Do you remember records?
Oh my goodness me!
And going through them like that.
Do you know what? Yes, I can see exactly where you're coming from on that. I do remember going through records of the records.
Back to the 80s. Good times.
Yes. For those of us that were there.
Yeah.
There
no
are
phones, no internet.
No, none of that.
How did we survive?
I don't know, but we obviously clearly did. But yes, my team, my lovely team that I work well with, some of them weren't even around in the 80s.
Yeah.
So there we go.
We've got quite a few people here that are only born in the 2020s.
Oh my goodness.
I know. Makes you feel very old.
Doesn't it just? Enough of that. Right, 4 of those. And I'm going to do another layer at, I think, we'll make them quite small, 3.5. And these will be the
Are you making this up as you go along?
I'm making it up as we go along.
Okay.
I'm not hot on sizes, particularly. I just know what looks right.
Yeah, okay.
So I'm just looking at this and thinking, 3.5 inch will be about right, because when that sits on there, the proportions between the two.
I only asked you, you're making it up, because sometimes that's what you've got to do. It doesn't have to be, as you say, you don't have to have an absolute recipe for this. This is a technique. You're showing something here, I'm guessing.
2 different sizes.
Yeah.
And as long as they are sufficiently different to have the right contrast and you know, they work together proportionately, then absolutely fine. So in this case, I have settled upon 3.5 and 5, but it doesn't need to be that. And there, like so. And then I'm just going to sit one atop the other, but because that's in a thing, so I should tuck that in there like that and use it.
I just love that you can do that without tying a knot. You just do a bit of that.
It's done.
So much easier.
Yeah, it is. It's done. It's finished. So that's your base. And then we're going to put a 14-inch reflex heart on the top of that. But before we do so, little tip with the hearts of all types, but particularly with the reflex, they're a bit fragile. This dip in the top can cause a bit of an issue when inflating latex hearts. If you get hold of I don't know what they're called, the lobes. Yeah. Lobes will do. And just give it a bit of a stretch first. Okay. Then it will make it easier to inflate it without it popping. Okay. And when you inflate a heart, if you're going to measure it, you measure it from side to side. So 14 inches that way, from there to there, is what you would need. But so, yeah, a bit of air in there. Want the high pressure nozzle on the end of here. And we'll just... There we go, you get nice even heart shape by giving it a little stretch. I think it's helped by it being reflex anyway, which is naturally softer. Yeah. But you do get a good shape. That's got a
nice dip in it. You can definitely see that's a heart.
It's a,
some balloons aren't quite
Some latex hearts are not a very nice shape, are they? But these ones particularly are. I'm going to let it down again because I'm going to put an attachment point in here using the raisin twist method. So I'm going to use a 5-inch balloon because there happens to be one handy. But just a scrap of latex, just tie it a couple of times so that you've got a little bobble.
You don't see the raisin twist used very much these days, do you?
No, but it's such a useful thing. Yeah. And you can, of course, do it in two ways, because we've already done a BMTV in the past where we've done the raisin twist on the inside to get an invisible attachment point. Yeah. So we put the raisin on the inside of the balloon. This time I want it on the outside. Oh. So there's my little bobble thing there. Don't throw the neck bit away, because you can use that as well. I'm just trimming it down, so basically I've just got the little circle. Yep. There. Drop that in there like that and get it into the tip of one of the lobes of the balloon. Stretch it a bit so that you're losing as little of the latex as possible, and then use this bit to wrap around it. You can tie it around with ribbon or a bit of mullet, whatever. Yeah. But any of those can be a bit sharp. Yeah. So you don't want to damage your balloon at all. So using the neck off the 5-inch balloon just to roll around it is going to protect the latex, and it should be fine. And hopefully if you stretch it tight enough, then you won't end up with a weirdly distorted heart at the other end. It should still look pretty symmetrical once it's inflated. There we go. It's still symmetrical. We've got this extra little bubble on the end.
That's brilliant.
And that will sit in the top of here again.
Yeah, I would have thought that would have distorted it quite a bit, but it's not at all.
It doesn't. No. A little bit of pre-stretching. Yeah. And then it will sit, and it works pretty well. Right. Now for the sparkly tool. Oh, do you know what? I needed some silver ribbon, and I haven't got any silver ribbon.
Wait, have we got our runner?
Yeah.
Runner.
It's runner, please, on the table. Thank you very much.
Ha. Oh, wow.
That was good. Well caught, well thrown.
Yeah. I was useless at cricket. Yeah. They never asked me to play again.
I did one cricket match at school. That was it then.
Same here. Fumble.
They let me go do swimming instead after that. Right. So, and yes, bit of silver ribbon. Absolutely hopeless. Sports were never my thing.
They allowed me to do running. Which but it was cross-country running. So you just went outside the school grounds, and instead of going around twice, you just walked around once.
Okay. That's my kind of thing. That's what tying a little bit of ribbon around the attachment point there. Bit of tulle, give it a bit of length, because we're going to use those to fly a couple more hearts on at the end. So that sit on there like that. Tie it, and then take your tool, and we're going to just wrap it around diagonally. It just gives it that little bit of extra plushness, if that's a word.
Yeah, it is now.
It is now. I'm going to create my own dictionary as we go on and on and on.
With Organifi.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then tie that again there. So then we just literally put like a sash across the heart.
Very nice.
Like so. And then we'll use, so that's where I'm flying my balloons. This piece here, we'll cut a little shorter. Take one of these, make it big.
I really enjoy not knowing what it is you're going to do with things.
Let it down small. So quite big to really very small.
Yeah.
And this way it is extremely squashy and soft, because then we can pinch it there.
Yeah.
Twist it in half and make 2 bubbles from the one balloon, and just use the neck to tie it. And that way you get a nice tight bubble with the shine and the colour that you want. Trying to make a balloon that small on its own is a little difficult, to try and get the air tight enough. And then a little bit of ribbon again on there. Same piece of ribbon, just keep using it over and over.
Yep. It's quite a nice little bit of detail there.
And then this piece, which is the shorter piece, we'll zigzag
look at that.
Back and forwards, and one more tie. And that gives us what looks like a bow, but actually isn't. But it's a lot quicker than trying to tie a bow and attach it.
Yeah, yeah.
And there's the tail. This comes out.
You're a creative genius, Chris.
There. No, I'm just lazy. I like trying to find the quickest way of producing the effect without too much effort. Okay. So there's that. So
I called you a creative genius, and then you just call yourself lazy.
Well, it's true. It's true. This is wide. This tulle is very wide, and it's a bit too wide. Yeah. So again, one piece. Slice it down the middle. I've now got 2 pieces to attach my hearts to. That's slightly tatty, but we'll just, there we go. And then we're going to use 2 of these to fly above. So a little bit of stretch. Helium this time. You don't need to, I mean, that could stand up on its own.
Yeah, yeah.
But I just like to always have the option of upselling a little bit. So sell it like that, but then for just a little bit extra.
Do you want to go for the gold?
Oh, excuse me, pardon?
Do you want to go for the gold package, I was going to say?
Yes, the gold package. They're loud, aren't they?
They are.
Mind. So, as I said, hearts can be a little fragile.
Yes.
So don't talk while you're trying to inflate one.
Okay.
Just concentrate on what you're doing. There we go. And use a measure if you really want to be 100% sure that you're not going to pop it. Mm-hmm. But that's on there like that. Another one, a little bit lower. A bit of a stretch. Oh, done it again. Honestly, this doesn't normally happen,
my
Greg.
eyes pop out of my head when the balloons burst. Yeah.
Doesn't matter, does it? However long you have been working with these things, when they burst, it's still a surprise.
Yes, indeed.
And it does take you by surprise. It can be a bit of a shock. So that one goes a little bit lower down there. Now we want to keep the detail going, and we want to, one of these principles and elements of design things, which is repetition and all the rest of it. So having got the little 5-inch silvers here and there, we're going to do the same underneath each heart. So as we did before, big, small, tie it, squish it, This can be a bit of this little technique can be a bit of a struggle to get the hang of the first couple of times, but once you've got it, it's marvellous. I absolutely love to use that method just to add a bit of detail to helium-filled balloons, all sorts of things.
It works well with the reflex though, because it does make it shinier, doesn't it? So.
Yeah, yeah. And the beauty of it, of course, is that you're using less product, but you're adding less weight because you're only putting one balloon on instead of potentially two. So put that there, tuck that one under there. Oops, come down. And then the last little bit is to use the diamond mesh to get that final sparkle. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to use probably no more than, I don't know, 15 centimetres or so. That, and then I'm going to cut it up into strips, 2 diamonds wide. So just cut between them like so, and then we're just going to use that little bit there.
Yeah, okay.
Because it doesn't weigh much once you've done that. It's not going to affect the flying time of the balloon noticeably.
Are they your fancy ceramic scissors?
They are. They are. They're marvellous things. They're well worth the investment. It can be a bit pricey. But it doesn't matter what you cut with them. You can cut gaffer tape and balloon bond and stretchy to anything that's got gluey, and they just don't stick together.
Where'd you get them from?
Most sort of decent retailers, you can purchase scissors and things from, you obviously online, any of those. But yeah, they're just very, very, very easy to use.
That bloke, Jeff Bezos, he has a shop, hasn't he?
Yeah, he does. Yeah, he's got them, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Tuck it in there. Just one little dangle under each of these, and then we'll just put these other 3.
It's lovely.
In there. And there you have it. So it's a simple thing, but by adding those little details of the small balloons and the diamond mesh and everything, we've made it much more exotic, if you like, much higher value.
Absolutely.
Just a collection of balloons. It's just latex balloons, but it looks much more than it actually is.
But again, I mean, there's only 2 that are helium-filled as well.
Yep.
The rest are all air-filled.
Yeah.
So from a cost point of view,
it's actually pretty small.
It's not a lot.
No.
But from a value point of view, that's perfect. Again, if you've got a shop and that's it up in your shop, next somebody comes in for a 3 balloon bouquet for Valentine's Day or for their wife's birthday or whatever, and then they see that on the counter, it's like, okay, let's
and the
do
nice
that.
thing is because the hearts the reflex hearts come in 6 colours.
Yeah.
So there's lots of potential to make it work with different events, different occasions. Make it a really nice wedding centrepiece as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, fits with everything. It's a good one. I like it.
Yeah,
Simple but effective.
I like it also. Chris, thank you so much for that. Now, as a guest on BMTV, you get to ask everybody out there the question of the week. So what question have you got for everybody this week?
Well, because of what I said earlier about not thinking that the Fuchsia heart was going to be up to much, and then when it was, have you got a favourite reflex colour?
Okay, favourite
other than gold and rose gold. Yes. I like them all, but this one working for me at the minute. Yeah. So what's your favourite reflex colour?
What's your favourite reflex colour? Leave your comments down below on Facebook and on YouTube. Chris, thank you so much for that.
Pleasure.
And thank you everybody out there for watching. Thank you for subscribing. If you've not subscribed, please do hit that subscribe button. And also check us out on Instagram at balloon_market1. Right, thanks very much. Stay safe, stay happy. See you next week. Bye.
Bye.